Okay, so you just picked up a bunch of weird orbs from the ground and you have no idea what any of them do. Should you sell them? Should you use them? Should you just drop them? In this video, I will explain every important currency item in Path of Exile 2 in plain simple language. No complicated math, no wiki pages, just what each one does and when to use it. Let us start with gold. Gold is the basic currency in Path of Exile 2. You use it to buy items from vendors in town. Refund passive points on the passive tree. And gamble items with NPCs, simple as that. Do not stress about running out of gold early. Just sell your extra gear to vendors and gold will keep coming in naturally. Next is the Scroll of Wisdom. This small scroll identifies unidentified items. When you pick up a magic or rare item, it will say unidentified. Right-click the Scroll of Wisdom and then click the item to reveal its hidden stats. Always keep a stack of these in your inventory. You will need them constantly at league start, but you do not have to keep much if you unlock the hooded one in Clearfell Encampment or finish the campaign, because Doryani can identify everything in your inventory at once. The Orb of Transmutation upgrades a normal white item into a magic blue item. Magic items have 1 or 2 extra stats compared to normal items. Now this orb comes in 3 versions. The normal Orb of Transmutation is the basic one. The Greater Orb of Transmutation is stronger and gives better results. The Perfect Orb of Transmutation gives the best possible outcome. Use the normal version early game. Save the Greater and Perfect versions for later. The Orb of Augmentation adds a second stat to a magic item that only has 1 stat. So if your boots only have movement speed, use this orb to add a second random stat. Same as Transmutation. It comes in normal, Greater and Perfect versions. Normal version is fine for early game. Do not waste Greater and Perfect on low level gear. Keep it. The Regal Orb upgrades a magic blue item into a rare yellow item. Rare items can have up to 6 stats compared to 2 stats on magic items. This also comes in normal, Greater and Perfect versions. The Perfect Regal Orb gives the best chance of adding a powerful stat when upgrading to rare. Save your Regal Orbs for good magic items worth upgrading. Instead of doing Transmutation, then Augmentation, then Regal, to build up to a rare item, the Orb of Alchemy takes a normal white item and turns it directly into a rare yellow item with 4 random stats in one single click. Think of it as a shortcut to rare. The difference between this and the Regal Orb is that Regal works on a magic item you already built up. Alchemy works straight on a white item from scratch. It also works on Waystones. Those are the maps you run in the endgame. Using an alchemy orb on a Waystone adds modifiers that make the map harder but more rewarding. Save your alchemy orbs for good white bases worth upgrading or for juicing your maps in the endgame. The Orb of Annulment removes 1 random stat from a magic or rare item. Use this when an item has a great stat but also a useless or bad stat you want to get rid of. Be careful though. It removes a stat randomly, so you might remove the wrong one. Now this one is very important. The Chaos Orb re-rolls all the stats on a rare yellow item completely randomly. Chaos Orbs are also the basic trading currency between players. Think of them like the dollar of Path of Exile 2. Most items in the player trading market are priced in Chaos Orbs. This orb comes in normal, Greater and Perfect versions. Greater and Perfect Chaos Orbs give better stat rolls when re-rolling rare items. Do not randomly use these on just any item. Save them for trading or good rare items worth re-rolling. The Exalted Orb adds a brand new random stat to a rare item that has space for more stats. Exalted Orbs are worth a lot. They are a high tier trading currency. This one also comes in normal, Greater and Perfect versions. The Perfect Exalted Orb gives the best chance of adding a useful stat. When in doubt, just save them or trade them. Do not waste them on low level gear. The Divine Orb re-rolls the numbers on existing stats without changing what the stats actually are. For example, if your ring has cold resistance between 10 and 30%, a Divine Orb will re-roll that number randomly within that range. Divine Orbs are very valuable. Treat them like Exalted Orbs. Do not waste them on bad items. The Orb of Chance upgrades a normal white item into a random rarity. It could become magic, rare, or even unique. It is basically gambling. Sometimes you get something great. Usually you do not. Fun to use on white items you do not need. Do not use on anything important. The Vaal Orb corrupts an item. Corrupting an item can give it powerful new stats that cannot be obtained any other way. But be careful. Once an item is corrupted, you cannot modify it with any other orb. It is a one-way door. Make sure the item is worth corrupting before you use this. The Artificer's Orb adds a socket to an item, like gears, or weapon sockets are used to insert rune, soul core, idols into your gear, which makes your gears or weapons stronger. In the 0.5, generally you can even add jewels, but you may need specific items to make it work. If you have a great item but it has no socket, use this orb to add one. The Blacksmith's Whetstone improves the quality of weapons. Higher quality on a weapon means better base physical damage. This helps any build that deals physical or elemental damage. Like most quality items, use it on weapons you plan to keep for a while. Do not waste it on something you will replace in 2 levels. The Arcanist Etcher improves the quality of wands, staves, and scepters. If you play a caster class that uses one of these spell weapons, this is your version of the Whetstone. Higher quality means better base stats on your spell weapon, usually more damage or energy shield. Use it on a caster weapon you plan to keep for a while. The Armorer's Scrap improves the quality of armor pieces. Higher quality armor has better base armor, evasion, or energy shield values depending on the item type. Again, save it for your best pieces. Do not waste it on gear you are about to throw away. The Gemcutter's Prism improves the quality of skill gems up to a maximum of 20%. Higher gem quality means a stronger skill. What exactly improves depends on the gem. For most damage skills it means more damage. For support gems it often means a stronger effect. Save these for your main skill gems. Do not waste them on skills you barely use. The Glassblower's Bauble improves the quality of a flask. Higher quality flasks are more effective. For example, a higher quality life flask will restore more health when you use it. Use these on your most important flasks to get the most out of them. Lesser, Greater and Perfect Jeweler's Orb. These 3 orbs add extra support gem sockets to your skill gems. In Path of Exile 2, your skill gems hold their own sockets, not your gear. The more support sockets your skill gem has, the more support gems you can attach to make that skill stronger. The Lesser Jeweler's Orb adds the 3rd socket to a gem that already has 2. The Greater Jeweler's Orb adds the 4th socket to a gem with 3. The Perfect Jeweler's Orb adds the 5th socket to a gem with 4. Think of it as upgrading your skill's power slots one step at a time. These get rarer and more valuable as you go up. Save the Greater and Perfect for skills you are actually building around. And finally, one of the most powerful crafting tools in the entire game. Hinekora's Lock lets you see the future before you commit to a craft. When you use it on an item, that item enters a foreseeing state. While it is active, you can hover your cursor over any crafting orb to see exactly what it will do to your item before you actually use it. If you do not like what you see, you back out. Nothing is spent, no orbs lost, no item bricked. Only when you are happy with the result do you actually commit. Pair it with an Exalted Orb and see exactly which stat it will add. Pair it with an Orb of Annulment and see exactly which stat it will remove. No more gambling on your best gear. Hinekora's Lock is extremely rare. Treat it like you would a mirror. Save it only for your absolute best items. And the big one we all know. The Mirror of Kalandra creates an exact copy of any item in the game. It is the rarest and most valuable item in all of Path of Exile 2. If you ever find one, just know that you are extremely lucky. I personally have never found one. I am still a noob after all. But I have a league which I created with only one of my friend. He managed to get one from a random map boss. PoE2 players are crazy about this drop. And that is every important currency item in Path of Exile 2 explained simply. Remember, Transmutation, Augmentation, Regal, Exalted, and Chaos Orbs all come in normal, greater, and perfect versions. So, do the Jeweler's Orbs, Lesser, Greater, and Perfect. Always save the stronger versions for items actually worth improving. If you found this helpful, hit subscribe. I will see you in the next one.
Fields of ash and chasms of flame shall restore the ring. Ascendance of the field. affliction upon her will soon